Welcome to round 20 of the GT Planet Fantasy Series, the Wildcard 360 at Talladega. On the left of your screen, you see the starting lineup. To the right of your screen, you see where third place through 12th place in the point standings need to finish to lock themselves in to what is the final race before the chase. NASCAR fan, that last spot right now in the chase. He starts on pole today, driving the same car he drove here the first time we came to Talladega, in which he took the checkered flag, his only victory of the season. Green flag's out, and you see they're already going 3 and 4 wide behind him. Everybody's eager to get up into the chase and have a shot to go for that championship. NASCAR fan leads the first lap out of the tri-oval there. If he can keep himself out of harm's way, he has a shot to keep in the chase. As of right now, though, he has to stay there. You see the field as they go by, just 3 wide, 4 wide. It's pretty dicey here in the back. You don't want to be here at all. You want to be at the front of the pack. That is the safest place you can be. You see Racing Community Evolved, as you notice, tired iron there below the yellow line. Racing Community Evolved said pay no mind and no matter to the yellow line. Try to stay above it, but there will not be any black flags for going below it. So, contrary to what it has been in the past, we can now go below that yellow line as an experimental race. Probably won't stay that way. It may be a Talladega-based thing, but who knows. There you can see at the end of lap 5, the field as they run 4 wide there toward the back. NASCAR fan shuffling out. He's currently not in the chase contention, so he's going to have to be careful there. Now, the 2 leaders here, the 4 and the 69, hook up and pull away from the rest of the field by a large margin. They put it's just, by now it's a 6-second gap over third place, almost 7 seconds. They are pulling away, and they're in a theoretical 2-car tandem. They're going a lot faster than everybody else in the field, and some odd things once again happening at Talladega. On board with Whitetail. I don't want to be in that position right there. Whitetail is not in. Whitetail and BRRT Angel right there, and Tired Iron, as you now see. None of them are contesting for a championship, but still very risky there. Now we come into lap traffic. Everybody's going to have to be careful there, and you see the entire middle line. The 2 middle lines get held up and aren't going anywhere, really, you see. However, you see that inside single file line there on the bottom working. NASCAR fan peeks down below the yellow line trying to make some moves there. I believe that's on Cybertron. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, it's now about a ½ minute gap between second and third. Then here's ABP on board looking at NASCAR fan. ABP needs to be in front of NASCAR fan. He's just outside of the chase. He has to be, I believe it was 7 spots ahead of NASCAR fan to make it into the points. He's 1 spot behind him. So he's in a danger zone and currently at this point not going to make it into the championship, even though he is running in the top 10. NASCAR fan in danger of falling out of the championship, running 6th. He needs to be 4th. You can see the field right there. Now they're going to catch up to this lap car of Parse. And that's going to throw a wrench in plans as long as everybody's careful off of turn 2. Looks like they're all going to make it through reasonably well. You see how close it really does get here at Talladega with that helicopter view. You thought it was close on the other ones. You see that they're right there. Dustone and Goofy Tyler at the bottom of the screen, literally rubbing. You see 3 wide there, almost crashing. And boy, and here's Race Car. Not sure exactly what happened there, but off the pace and out of the draft now. And that's going to hurt him big time. Here's Tired Iron again, running below that yellow line. Trying to get some air into that car, overheating a little bit. Here's Raven, 214 in the lead. Ryu, who announced his retirement at the end of this season, joining Project What, right behind Raven. So the 42 and the 69 both in their final race at Talladega. So make their way down the back straightaway now. You see things getting a bit dicey as we make our way into lap 22. It could be a lot worse, but oh, we got car around. Oh, no. Oh, that's Doodle up in the air on top of Whitetail. 2, 3, 8, 10, 12 cars. Oh, my word. That is the big one at Talladega. And that is several chase drivers involved. A 3 wide collapses on the high side. There's Quiet Girl. She needed to finish I think 4 positions ahead of NASCAR fan to get into the chase. Not going to happen. Bane Hamlin involved in that accident, who was the leader. He's not going to make it in the chase. Oh my goodness, Raleigh Morton in jeopardy of falling out of the chase at this point. He may not make it. He's high enough in the points, I think he may be able to survive it. Oh my goodness. Several drivers. This is on board with your leader. They got such a good lead on the field today. We're behind the field. And man, that is scary. So both your leaders drop out. And several drivers' chase hopes are over. And this is on board with Whitetail. He's got a car on top of him. That's Doodle. And he slides to the bottom. Everybody was okay. Van Hamlin complaining of some pain in the majority of his body and a little bit in his back, but he got out of the car under his own power. You see, car-to-car contact really was what made this a lot less violent than it was. You see 3 cars in the air there. The 4 car going over top people. You see the 3 car, GT Racer 98 with damage. Gran Turismo 916 with damage. Race car with a little bit of damage. And wow, so that's several chase drivers' hopes over. Here's another chase driver's hopes going to the slums. ABP down the pit lane, into his pit stall. He's done. His chase is over. He's not going to make it in if he tries. So now we have Silver Wing leading after all of that. And several chase drivers still have their hopes alive at this point. AJHG, Silver Wing, lead us down. Green flag's out. Silver Wing's not leading. I do apologize as I'm back into the NASCAR group thinking double file restarts. This is a double file restart, but everybody on that inside line was a lap down. So I was incorrect in saying that. Everybody on the outside line is on the lead lap, so the 51 is leading right now. I do apologize for that mistake. See them running 3 wide there, maybe pushing for 4 wide again. Thinking things are probably going to calm down a little bit. After the big one there, we don't need any more chase drivers falling out like this. On board with Jaggi, as I'm now being told, as I've been recently told, is correctly pronounced. Here's NASCAR fan and GT916 breaking away from the field. They're both a lap down. And on board with Mr. Unknown now. He is another chase driver. He's trying to get in the chase, stay in the chase, what have you. He's 30th. That's not good enough. So Mr. Unknown is watching his chase hopes drive off in front of him. On board with BRRT Angel in the car that was supposed to be in the chase and was probably the first one to be locked in before Furinkas had a major accident. She's been doing a fantastic job. She's currently running 2nd place. Definitely showing that those Fury Autosport cars, no matter who you put in there, they're going to run well. Now you see two car tandems. It's very odd how these tandems are working, but they're working. I'm not really sure how to really say otherwise. See a couple of single car runs. Jerry Gini is your leader right now. The Cybertron we're on board is now 2nd, and then it's Jaggi in 3rd. And it would not take a whole lot of time before the Cybertron would catch up to Jaragini for the lead. You're expecting about 30-40 cars behind these two. That with these 2-car breakaways, very odd things going on. And you see now NASCAR fan making positions with Gran Turismo 916, but the tandem breaks up. But they are going to try to regroup here. And, oh boy, NASCAR fan dropping a bit low. Perhaps NASCAR fan off the pace. NASCAR fan's off the pace, below the yellow line. He was 12th in points coming in. He only had 4 points in front of him. He's only got a 4th position cushion to Quiet Girl. And while Quiet Girl is out of the race, there's other drivers that have overtaken her. And now NASCAR fan you see dropping into the pit lane. I think that's going to be it for his chase hopes. So several chasers. And he won at Talladega last time. He was so excited to come here. He was running well early, got the pole. But not going to happen for the number 14. He's going to have to wait till next year under that new number with teammates. Once again, the battle for the lead here as the field begins to try to come up and pass them. And there you go. They get around. And that is the Cybertron now. Oh, he's around. Cod Demon gets right into the 86 of the Cybertron. He spins around and no caution. So that's some more chase hopes. The 86 needed a miracle to be in this chase, and he wasn't too far off of being in the chase. But I think that may be it now. I don't think he's going to be able to recover. He's lost the draft. So now Jaggi is in the lead. There's Raven on the outside with help from DK Glover. Half these cars are on the lead lap, half of them are a lap down. They make their way down the back straightaway. Ninner's not in lead battle. Here's Gran Turismo 916 pitting shortly after NASCAR Fan. They tore up their cars pretty well with that tandem. And there you see the pit stop cycling out. Jaggi coming in on lap 58, which was looking like to be one of the only stops of the day. They may be able to make it to the end from here, but it's going to be close. And oh, you see BK Glover gets into the back of Jaggi there. So some interesting things are going on. There you see Niku Driver HC and the 74. Those two coming out together, or coming out beside each other, so there's going to be a little bit of draft. Halfway through the race, you can see it's not Talladega askew at all. Everybody's spread out. Everybody's just running on their own time. And then, on top of this all, you have, you know, several chase drivers. Their day is done. They're not going to make it to the checkers. They're not going to see a championship in their future. Here you see Mega Umbrian going below to Cybertron now, trying to get some points out of his day. And Mega Umbrian not talked about a whole lot the first half of the season. Here's Jaggi right there, and there's Raven. So they're both pushing lapped cars, trying to get ahead of each other. And there you can see they are in two uniform two-car tandems, and the leaders are behind the black and blue cars. There's Chevy and a Dodge going forward. It was soon the number 71 to pull away from the rest of from Jaggi, catching the draft from fellow Fantasy Series Concept Cup driver and quote-unquote teammate, Tired Iron. Here's NASCAR Fan going another lap down. His chase is over. He's not going to be able to make it on 30th place, which is where he was running at the time. He's not going to make it at that point. So, unless something happens at the front, that's it for NASCAR Fan. And look at the 4 wide there with a couple of chase drivers, chase hopefuls. That could have been big. Looks like everything kind of sorts out though. Here's Raven in for his final pit stop. There's the Cybertron. He's second place. He's going to try to come around and get that lead. They're going to probably be coming out together. It's going to be close. But they were together for a little bit, but then the Cybertron came into the pit lane. So he made his pit stop. Funny how the associate sponsor here as we come to the white flag was 24 Live Another Day. And there's the checkered flag. Winner right there at Talladega, Raven. Nothing happened afterward. It was more, we've seen closer gaps at a road course race, and we're still waiting for second place to cross that line. It was Goofy Tyler right there at that race. Now coming to the line here, Duststone gets his career best finish. Then Jaggi, he's going to lock himself into the chase with that. And then Goofy Tyler. And there you can see how they all line up and how their lock-in positions were. Now, if you didn't make the lock-in, there's a small chance you may have still made the chase. And we'll show you the chasers in a moment. And, well, here they are, your chasers as they come across the screen.